everybody. So here's one last look now that I've been taking some time to smooth out this green side. Like I said, it was really bad, covered in brush strokes, covered in little ripples and dimples, and was kind of the ugly side. Like I was showing before, the rest of this cube, it came out really good. And so I did some touch-up work on the green side and was impatient putting under the light, and I just gave myself some extra work. But what I've been trying to show is what you can do is take a wet alcohol wipe and just kind of keep going over it. And like I said, this was just terrible when I started, and it's still not completely finished, but that looks so much better than it did. Yeah, I mean, I spent maybe like 10-20 minutes doing this, and I think another 10-20 minutes total, and it would look perfect. I mean, it's the nice thing about this wipe off. You can kind of just keep wiping. There's no harm done in just continuing to wipe with alcohol until you get to the desired look, thickness, and level that you'd like. See, it's starting to look really nice, but just not quite there. You can see there's a few little spots here on this side here need to be finished, but that'll give me something to do. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know, like I said, instead of sanding and having so much trouble, I had all this debris fall into where my lube is, and just really feel like it just destroyed my whole cube until I had to take the whole thing apart and clean it piece by piece, completely clean it by hand. And it was a lot of work. I had to do that to every cube that I sanded anything on. So once I found that you could kind of just wipe and wipe and wipe until it's like sanding, but you're doing it with a chemical and with a wipe off instead. So you just keep wiping it down until you get to the level of flatness and, perfection that you're looking for. And instead of getting all of this mess inside of your cube and possibly affecting performance, you get this nice level look. And like I said, I've gotten it down on every other side. It's just that dang green side. Like I said, was impatient and put it in while it was still leveling. And that's the only reason it would come out like this. Honestly, if you just give it a good amount of time, 10-20 minutes after you do it, just let it sit, it'll look perfect. It'll be completely a flat sheen. And again, once you cure it and wipe off, it looks even more perfect. But touching on performance issues, I mentioned this and I got distracted in my other videos, so I wanted to let you know that I've also done some weight tests on these, and these all of these cubes, I've tested them before and after, and compared them with the manufacturer's weight and everything, and not one of them has gained more than a gram after UV coating them, after also adding re-lubing them, because that manufacturer's weight is pre-lube and everything. So every one of these has been, kind of done by me. This was again 356M. Like I said, this one side's not finished, but the rest of it came out just about perfect. Let's see here. There it is. How about that? White just came out beautiful. And they all did, really. Just the green one I'm fixing up. But anyways, this was the special edition WRM V9, and I didn't really have to do anything to this cube because it comes UV coated, but I did UV coat my stickers on. I hate the grime and the dirt that comes around your logos or any kind of stickers you put on your cubes. Same with this cubicle sticker. I was finding when I'm doing algs, when I be flicking, my fingernail would sometimes get caught under the edge of there and want to rip that off. And so there's a lot of reasons. I just figured, why not seal it on? This isn't any kind of competition cube for me, so I figured, why the heck not just go ahead and seal it on so I don't have any problems. Give it a nice clean, and you can see, like I did the same thing here, and you can barely see where the edge of the sticker is, but you cannot feel it. I mean, I couldn't take that thing off if I wanted to. With alcohol, again, probably, but not any other way. This was a YS3M, the Huameng. Again, came UV coated, but when I dropped it on my first few solves, the pieces started to fall apart. So I just simply dabbed some UV coating in the corners and maybe a little bit along the edges here, and wiped away any excess so it didn't look bad, because this is obviously a really pretty cube. And after that, I cured it in the light, left it in there for a few minutes, took it out, wiped it off, and now this thing is sturdy, hard as a rock. Haven't had a single problem with it since. This is just some work that I wanted to show off just because it all came out so nice. This is what I'm really hoping to get that green side of that GAN cube down to this kind of perfection, this kind of level and nice shine with no bumps. I know I show this one off a lot, but I'm very proud of how a $4 and $7 cube, that GE Warriors 450, and this Chiwan S2 is like $8 or something. But yeah, these were my first speed cubes at all, and I love that they came out all pretty and nice. Same with this Tornado V3. This was completely, they do a glossy finish, so it doesn't look as different as some of the other ones, but yeah, this one came out really nice. And actually, a little factoid I found out about UV coating in general, and especially with this brand, is matte finish cubes actually work way better. Like I said, this came as a glossy plastic, and it was actually really hard to get it to stick. I kind of did have to sand it down and make an abrasive surface for it to stick to before. That's actually why it kind of has this curved look to it, is because I had to put a slightly thicker coat on this cube than the others, because it just didn't want to stick. Where the RS3M, the Super that we did, that one turned out beautiful. Again, these were both super matte plastic, and they turned out probably one of the nicest ones I did, and they were just very cheap cubes. And then lastly, I actually did my keychain cube, which I did a video for this too, which this is probably one of the nicest one of all. Kind of excess, the UV coating's probably worth more than the cube, but it's awesome. I mean, it turns so good. One of the things I was trying to point out before was this UV coating. It's interesting because as much as it can be sticky if it's not handled right, once it's cured and it's solidified, it actually provides a really smooth slide and a really frictionless layer movement for your layers. It's just every cube that I have done, it turns so nice. I mean, I can't express that enough, that I've tried other brands, and not only were they lumpy and they didn't have this nice professional look to it, but I mean, again, this is the one that's my worst out of any of them, and it's just got a few bumps I need to flatten out. So that's if you really botch it, that's the worst you can expect. But everything came out really good. So good luck to you guys, and if, like always, any questions, comment below, and please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. This is just a little look at my collection. Every one of these got my brand logo UV'd on. Just keeps the dirt off your stickers, keeps, like I say, your fingernails from peeling them off, keeps your favorite logos and brands. But yeah, peace, you guys. Have a good one.